Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you are watching Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And joining me, as always, is my co-host, Rebellious D. How you doing today, bro?
Ready to rock, man.
Hey, it's super early. We woke up early for this because this is My Hero Academia. And as everybody on the channel knows, we love My Hero Academia, and we've been waiting for season 5, and we wanted to make sure that we were up bright and early to do this review. So before we get into today's review, make sure that you like this video, you hit that subscribe button, and you tap the bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content here on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks.
That's
now,
right.
With that being said, D, are you ready to go ahead and get into today's episode?
Yeah, man. Take us off.
Okay. All right. So this is episode 89, and it is called All Hands on Deck Class 1A. And pretty much this is episode, it's not a recap, but it's more of a introduction to let everybody know who the heroes in Class 1A is, because what this season is not this season, but the first half of the season is Class 1A versus Class 1B.
Yep.
And I think that they did a really good job in, letting everybody know, if you don't know already, who the kids are in Class 1A. It pissed me off because the first person we see is Coda, and as everybody knows, I hate Coda. And but I was happy they went ahead and got the trash out of the way, as I like to say about Coda.
Hey, take it easy.
But I wanted to touch on the intro for season 5.
Okay.
So we see the other predecessors of One for All. And the one thing that I loved about this was they showed all of the users except the second and the third user. Now, the second and third user in the manga right now, they still haven't been revealed. But everybody else that we saw, they've all been revealed in the manga. I don't know, D, if you had caught it, but there was a yellow figure when they showed everybody, and that yellow figure was All Might's spirit, because it's
interesting.
It's like, because part of him is there, and then part of him is still in the real world because All Might is still alive.
Yeah.
So that was something that I picked up on, and there was something else in the opening that I had picked up on, but I had a brain fart though. Oh, never mind. I remember now.
Okay.
So the opening of the episode, like all of that is in the manga, where, the fight that Endeavor has with the Nomu, and Todoroki coming to school the next day and everybody talking with him. All of that is in the manga. And then at the end of the episode, where they show Endeavor in the bed and him and Hawks have the conversation, and then Hawks ends up meeting up with Dabi. All of that is in the manga. Everything else in this episode was just made specifically for the episode, so it's non-canon. Go ahead.
Okay. So like the fight and stuff, the test, is that canon or not?
No. All of that was just made for the episode, and I thought that they
to fill it out.
Huh?
Is that basically to fill out the runtime, you think?
Well, just that, and like what My Hero does is, like, every season they always kind of like do a recap episode, but what I liked about this was that instead of it being a recap, it was just pretty much like an information episode that lets you know who the heroes were and whatnot. And pretty much what was going on in this episode was, it was a test for Class 1A where they had to stop 2 villains and they had to save a civilian. The civilian was Mirio, which was cool seeing him. I laughed when he was in the water because he was just like, I'm just floating here. And he was smiling and everything.
What I liked about it is it kind of mirrored how he used his abilities when he had them.
Yeah.
Like, it's just his face. He was like sticking out. Like, I like that imagery.
I 100% agree with you on that, man. And the villains in the episode were Hado and Sun Eater. And it was funny because Sun Eater was just like, I don't want to be a villain. I'm going home.
He was
and
like,
Hado was just
home.
like, no, like, you need to come back here because this is part of the course. It was just cool seeing the big 3 together again. Like I said, really good episode. I loved how it showcased everybody's abilities. For everybody who's been watching the anime, I know one of the things people always like to, make mention of is how they want to see more of the other students in Class 1A. So with the first half of the season, it's going to be really good to finally, see everybody else in action instead of the main people that you always see.
I agree.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, again, really good episode.
You did say this one was labeled episode 0, right? Which is like a open, like kind of like a
soft
a reenactment. Yeah. So I really liked it, man. It was just fun to see these guys back on the screen, getting any type of action and stuff. Coda had a moment in there, and I was like, yeah, let's take a dig at Banks. Here we go, Coda. So I enjoyed it, man.
Yeah, everybody had a moment, man. I thought that it was interesting when Midoriya had came in to, did a Detroit smash, and then he stopped. And Sun Eater was just like, why did you stop?
And tried to Taka no Jutsu.
And, I understand why he didn't do it, because come on now. It's just like, we all know how strong the Detroit smash is. Yeah. So it's like, I understand this is a test run, and we have to remember the last time Midoriya did the Detroit smash during like the hero training was when him and Bakugo had teamed up and they fought against All Might. And I kind of feel like it was a callback to that, because remember when they fought All Might was just like, I'm a villain, y'all need to give it y'all's all. You got to give it your everything. Well, don't look at me as All Might the hero. Yeah. And in that situation, Midoriya fought back, but in this situation, he didn't want to use his power. But it's interesting because Midoriya, he can control his power. Yeah. So he could have did like 1% or something like that.
Yeah, but I think that when Midoriya also thinks about a villain, he thinks about taking him out. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's let me take a little off the top for you. And one thing, we know very well, remember Cat versus Crossbones. You saw what happened when he hesitated. Yeah. He almost got blown up. I mean, that's the only one in recent memory. It's early. That's what I could go with. But, and that's why he's like, you gotta pull the trigger, because that guy he does have the ability to poison people. Sun Eater, doesn't he?
No, his quirk is whatever he eats.
He can project, but didn't he poison villains using that or something like that? The guy who was eating his tentacles. Remember that? One of the villains he was fighting earlier was eating his tentacles, and he got sick or something like that.
Season 4.
I think he got sick. But anyway, you get it. He can be poisoned. He can be taken out. He can be overpowered by being nice. So,
but hey, I mean, we got to see your favorite show up.
Oh yeah,
Kaminari. He was driving the car. They rolled up on him. Kirishima came jumping in. Yeah, and then Bakugo came in. Bakugo came in to finish the job.
Was Bakugo on the front of the car too?
I think no. Red Riot was on the hood of the car.
Yeah, he was on the hood of the car.
And then I believe Bakugo was in the passenger seat. And then after Red Riot did his thing, Bakugo hopped on the hood, and then he launched at him. And it was cool seeing them. It was also cool seeing Hagakure. Because it's like, remember, like Hado, she was just like, where's the invisible girl at?
Yeah, is that so? Can she refract light? Is that part of her ability?
Reflection. Nice. Yep.
So that I was like, what the heck?
So she was able to blind her, so that way that they could save. Who was it who had got taken away? It wasn't Sue.
What is her hero? Pinky.
Yes, there we go. Yes, Mashido. Yeah, she was the one that ended up getting caught. That's right. Thank you. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, it was cool seeing everybody. And then of course Bakugo, he was mad at the end because Sun Eater had held back, and then he let off a very big explosion. And it was funny seeing all the heroes at the end, and it's just like they look like One Piece characters in a way. And then you see Azawa, he's just like, bring Bakugo to the office.
Yeah. So I just love the way whenever we do see these moments, you get to see they do a great job of using their full cast, and that's what I appreciate the most about My Hero. Like, you can have a favorite hero and you'll see them at some point in time, Yeah. And I love those team up moments where they have to like creating the cart, and Ito, he pulled everybody to where they needed to be and stuff. It was awesome, man.
Yeah, like I said, definitely getting you ready for what's to come when they do eventually face off against Class 1B. Something else that I wanted to bring up, and then we can go ahead and wrap this thing up, is how did you feel about the ending when Endeavor was in bed and we saw the flashback of when Hawks was helping him up, and then Dobby shows up?
I thought it was, I mean, like I said, it's fun. And then, you get these action-packed moments in their test. And then you go to Endeavor's room and you see Hawks come in, they're talking. Then you get the Hawks talking to Dobby, which he is a double agent, right? They don't know that he's...
the heroes don't know. Yep.
Yeah, so it's just, so well, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, so it's just fun to see that, there's stuff going on behind the scenes. I always like to see that. I think everybody likes to see that kind of stuff because it gives you something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Not only do you have Deku's journey, but you have all these little side plots and stuff all the time throughout their seasons.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen, even though I already know what's going to happen because I do read the manga.
Yeah,
I still get hyped up whenever I watch My Hero Academia just because of the animation. The opening music for the episode was fire. I love the ending music for the episode. I also love the symbolism that they showed throughout the whole ending scene. Like when they were at the grocery store, they showed all of the pro heroes and whatnot. And one of the things that really caught my eye was when, I can't remember who it was who had reached for the potato chip bag, but All Might was in the front. And then when they pulled the bag out, Endeavor was behind All Might. And it's symbolism because it's like no matter what Endeavor does, yes, he's the number one hero, but he'll always be an All Might shadow. Well, he'll never be All Might. So go ahead,
that just goes to anything like professional sports is something that I can just immediately respond with that statement is different players have different ceilings, you know, like this guy's floor may be higher, but that guy's ceiling is lower. So, you know what I'm saying? Like All Might pass him and like, they're just two different caliber heroes. And I think it's cool to see that, Endeavor does need help, All Might would have taken out that no move by itself, probably. Yeah. No question. So, just an example. So.
Yeah, I agree, man. But with that being said, thank you everybody for watching our video review. We hope that you enjoyed it. We hope that you enjoyed episode 1 of season 5 of My Hero Academia as much as we did. And D, let them know where they can find you at in social media land.
That's going to be rebellious_D23 at Instagram.com.
And you can find me, your hero Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. And you can look me up on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. Thank you again for watching this video. Hop in the comments. Let's talk about today's new episode and let us know if you liked it or you hated it and what you're expecting to happen as the season goes on. And remember, no spoilers for people who read the manga because we need to keep it spoiler free. And I already got in trouble for revealing something in our reaction video. So yes, no spoilers. Thank you again for watching this video. Like I always say, pinkies up. Peace.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching another episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the channel. Podcast, we got that too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that bell for further episodes and notifications. Thanks a lot to our patrons. And if you don't mind, join the Patreon. We'll be having new specials coming up soon.